Are there people? Yay! Hi, everybody. You're watching Ballerina Badass. My name is Georgia Reed, and I'm back. And I've missed you guys. Oh my gosh. I didn't always miss you guys. I honestly loved being away from social media for a little bit. I will be honest. Let's clarify. I missed you guys, but I didn't miss the social media aspect. It was great to take a big old break. So I really appreciate you all hanging in there and not leaving and staying and continuing to watch the videos and things that were already on YouTube and whatnot. That means a lot to me. So yay! Thank you, Emily. I know I'm really glad to be back too. It means a lot from all of you, all the messages you guys have sent. So I figured what better way to jump back into it than to do another Pointe Shoe party. So for all of you who aren't familiar with the Pointe Shoe party concept, it's a party for pointe shoe sewing. Yay! Really, it's just an excuse to get together and gab about dance and pointe shoes and life and other stuff. And since it's my live stream, I can talk about whatever I want. Anyways, I'm interested to put these on now that I've had so much time off. Oh, y'all don't even know what all's been going on. Okay, so I guess I should give you a quick update. But first and foremost, I think tonight, I'm going to sew up this pair of Freeds. And I should just quick toss them on my feet because first and foremost, even after you've bought your pointe shoes, everyone, you want to, when you get them home, you want to put them on your feet and make sure you get all the dust out of them. But see which shoe fits on which foot better. Now, some people like to switch them back and forth, but because I have my horrible bunions and my one foot is bigger than the other, I have to pick which shoe goes on which foot and keep it that way. So there you go. So let's see. Let's get Mr. Right foot up. Did I shave? I don't know. Mr. Left foot up. Yeah. Okay. Look at these awesome calluses. I'm really tired, by the way. These calluses are from hiking because one of the things I've been doing on my sabbatical is a whole heck of a lot of hiking in Mother Nature, and it has been amazing. Back in, what was it? It was 2016. So I should tell you guys the whole story because I didn't at first. I don't know. I didn't want to. I think I stopped dancing completely, like other than the occasional class at the end of 2016, believe it or not. Yeah. And I kept on posting videos and doing stuff and like giving myself class at home and things like that. But I was so burnt out, you guys. I had decided to come back to ballet after the 12 years away from it. 12 years away from professional dance, I decided I'm going to make a comeback, perform Giselle at the 60th anniversary of my hometown or 65th anniversary of my hometown studio, which is incredible. I trained for it. I accomplished it. And then my mom dies and I dove even deeper into ballet because it was like a life preserver for me. And I thought, oh my God, I've got to do it. And I felt like I had something to prove. Even though I'd already proven it, for what I wanted to accomplish, doing Giselle was so much the thing that needed to be done. But before that, I was booking work all over the place and touring all over the nation and making money. And then I got an offer to train at this fabulous studio, but I wasn't getting paid. And I trained there for over a year and basically retrained my whole body. Who is that? Hi, Bragg. Hi. So I'm training there and I end up basically dancing with a bunch of teenagers, wonderfully, brilliantly talented teenagers, but still teenagers. And I'm no longer being treated as a guest dancer. I'm part of the company. And so it's like sometimes they're treating me like I'm an adult and sometimes they're treating me like I'm a child. And I felt bad because I felt like I was taking parts away from the students. And then there was all the drama of teenagers, which I didn't like teenagers when I was a teenager, for God's sake. So just less fun, this time around. And I just had enough. And so I ended up, I didn't do the performance. There was a spring show I was supposed to do, and it was supposed to be this whole thing. I was going to go to Mid-States Regional Dance Festival. I was like, no, you know what? And I was burnt out. And guys, as you know, I was planning on auditioning for LA Ballet. I came right up to the edge and I didn't go for two reasons. Maybe I've already talked about this in a previous video, but 2 reasons I didn't go. One, I was terrified. I will admit that. I had to admit that no matter how hard I worked, I was so hard on myself, I was never gonna feel like I was ready. I was never gonna feel good enough. I haven't felt like I was good enough since I was 14, you guys. And that's part of the mindset that I'm determined to change about myself. I don't care how long it takes, but I'm doing it. But the other one was I realized after spending that year in that intense ballet studio and all the drama and everything, I thought, wait a minute, this is the whole thing I hated about the ballet world. The politics, the BS, the drama, the backstabbing, biting just doesn't belong in this art form. And it was there again. And I thought, do I really want to go back into another ballet company and go through this again? Especially after hearing everything I've heard about, particularly LA Ballet and what goes on there. And maybe it's changed and maybe other people like it and good for them and blah, blah, blah. But I just thought, this is not for me. So I didn't go. And it was such a relief. And then I just was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just taking a big old break. But never give up, never stop dancing. So I'm back. And it is Nutcracker season, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do Nutcracker this year, but I'm going to train and get ready as if I am going to do it because I'd like to share that experience with you all and see if I can pass on any tips and tricks that I may have as I've guested as Sugar Plum as both pas de deux and non-pas de deux for several years and would love to pass on whatever info I can to you all. Who else says hi? Brack says, I wasn't allowed to audition for Ballet Nova's production of the Nutcracker this year because I wanted to audition on Pointe. I've always wanted to be Clara. Brack, slow your roll, okay? You're going to be an amazing dancer, artist, whatever it is that you want to be. Give it time. Give it time, okay? And especially with ballet, do it right. Yes, push, but don't let one audition upset you, okay? Just keep working and keep getting better. You can always get better. And here's the thing, you guys. Coming back around this time, I'm getting calls again to choreograph and to perform and stuff like that, which is really exciting to me. That really is a good thing, as well as getting to do more acting work and all kinds of great stuff. There's just so much going on, and I'm realizing I really want to expand this channel into all kinds of stuff. So I'll be posting all kinds of different videos, but I want to hear from you guys also what you want. Now, I know y'all are going to say, I want a tutorial on how to get my leg behind my head. This is not going to be that channel. I'll have some stretching videos, but if you need the leg behind the head video, I suggest you go watch a gymnast channel because that's gymnastics, okay? If you want the video on how to do a million turns, I'm not your girl, okay? Because I never have done a million turns. Yes, I'm always going to keep on trying to work on my turns. I do want to reinstate the Pointe Club. I'm still determined I'm going to get 16 at least good Pointe turns, if not 32, because that was never my strong suit. But those aren't the videos I really want to make, you guys. I want to make videos about like the dorky stuff and weird stuff and interesting stuff and sometimes off-topic stuff. And if that's the case, then come back next week. But I'll try and get a video out every week. Just sitting here and sort of letting the shoes warm up with the warmth of my feet and feeling them. They're feeling pretty good, actually, just like this. I don't like that these freeds still have the regular drawstring. They're not stretchy, but whatever. That's okay. I can work with that. Let's see. Oh, Brack says something. I'm allowed. Ooh, yeah, of course, prove people wrong, but he's allowed to send in a video audition for the Washington School of Ballet. Good. Cool. Variation tutorials. Yes, I will do variation tutorials. Okay. That'll be fun. Because also, you guys, I've been building my little dance studio in my garage, and now I have an awesome dance floor, so I can like jump and do stuff and do turns and everything, not on concrete. Bridget, yes, I saw you were sewing your pointe shoes. Mazel tov on completing your sewing for the night. That's fantastic. Thank you, Rodrigo. It's good to be back. So yeah, okay. So anyways, back to these freeds. I forget which these are. These are the this is it's the Bell Maker. Okay, so it's a special maker, size 4. They feel good. They're gonna break real freaking fast, but they're gonna look beautiful, and I want to use them for photo shoots. I just got a nice little mini trampoline, so we can do some really fun photo shoots. I can't wait to show you guys what we do with them. But now that I like which way they are, I'm gonna mark them Sharpie or pen, whichever. I don't like to put it directly under my foot because it tends to just melt and you can't see anything. And I don't want to put it right where I sew. So let's put it a little bit, well, it's going to blur wherever you put it. Dang it. Left. And I do like to put the date because then I know sort of when I first started wearing them, which, as you all know, today is 9/11. Yes, I was in New York City. I'll be telling you the story like when I'm 90 and still doing YouTube videos. I remember when I was in New York City on 9/11. But I was in the middle of doing an entrecôte, doing multiple entrecôtes with Ballet Hispanico, aka Ballet Hysterico back then, because it was fudge nuts back then. And we got someone coming in the room and saying, the towers had been hit. We just didn't understand what was going on. And yeah, but that's another video for another time. To everyone out there who lost someone in 9/11, I am so sorry. My heart goes out to you. To everyone who survived, here we are. And I'd like to think we're all stronger. I don't know if you guys know. Someone else said something. What? Yes. Oh, you were only one. Yeah. I was there dancing when 9/11 happened. There's that big dance that happens now every year at Lincoln Center with the people in white standing in a circle, and it's very beautiful and monumental and all that. But it's funny for me, like, I was never a huge fan of it. I'm sort of like, I felt like, why can't we do something where just, I don't know, everyone in New York comes outside and stands outside for a moment together? Because that's what it was like the day, like the several days after to weeks afterwards, is that if any of you have lived in New York, everyone's just doing their thing and you sort of have like tunnel focus and you're living your life and getting stuff done, but you don't really have time to stop. But during that time, everyone just stopped and looked at each other and said hi. It was an amazing connection in the city. And I sort of wish that could happen. But I'm not living there right now. I still miss it. If I could move back tomorrow, I would. But as some of you all know, I have stepchildren who I adore. And I ain't about to go anywhere until they are old enough that they are not coming back to the house and they don't want to see my ass anymore anyway. So they are awesome. But I don't want to get too much into them because that's personal and they haven't exactly given me permission to yak about them. So keep it on the DL. Look at this, you guys. Yes. I've got to go back to Activity Pointe. Vicki, you who convinced me to use these things, which are so comfortable. And yes, I am trying them. I am also, by the way, you guys, I'll be doing videos. I got some of those perfect fit Pointe molds. I'll be trying them out on here for you guys. And I also got some special, I'm trying out different metatarsal support things because I have to do I know so many videos, but I have to do a video about the whole, Grecian foot with the second toe being longer, which is a big cause of stress fractures. Hello, what I had. And you never feel like you're balancing on a nice flat surface, which that's me. And yes, I know my last coach said, well, you just got to strengthen your ankles. Yes, I agree. Strengthen your ankles. But still, when I'm balancing, it's like balancing on a razor's edge. And you always want to kind of wobble one way or the other. So I want to get something that'll create like a platform. And then I feel like I can, feel much more confident in my turning. So yay. I see all these comments. Our world needs a moment. Yeah. Thanks, Emily. Thanks for saying that. So now let's put these bad boys back on with the foo-foo thingy and just quick. Yeah, it's tighter, but it feels good. I'm just going to try and quick. Let's see, you guys. Let's see what we got. If you all can see. Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Pretty. And it feels good. So I'm not gonna double cross on this. I found that for me, actually double crossing my elastic creates a weird push-pull thing with me in a way that I don't like. I think I'm gonna put the elastics right here. See how that pulls it up just right there? I don't know, if I do it here, well, that could work too, but then if I put the elastic here, for me, I get too much pressure on my Achilles heel. The Achilles tendon. Can I talk tonight? And that's no good. I am not going back to having that tendonitis. Maybe right here, just on either side of that seam in the back of the shoe. So I'll put the elastic there, and then for the ribbons, see where my arch is right there? I think I want to pull right there Now, the concern is, see, there's still a bit of a gap right here, so that's not great. I can tighten that gap up when I pull the drawstrings too, so that should take care of that. Anyway, so that's what I'm going for, if you all can make any sense of that. So make sure I get something accomplished besides just yapping y'all ears off. Yeah. So I'm excited to be back. I'm telling you, y'all, there's so much to update you guys on, but you know, I really went so deep into ballet, and then all of a sudden I just burned out. I wanted to put a video up that says, never give up, never stop dancing until you are done, and then take a long break. One thing a friend of mine told me once, it was really cool. He said, he's an actor, works all the time, but he said, look, I have a huge ego, and at the same time I have debilitating self-hatred or something, or self-doubt. And he said, you can quit 10 times a day if you want. Quit anytime you want. You just don't have to tell anybody. And I love that. It just was such a, what's the word? Empowering kind of way to be, of like, yeah, I think I'm going to quit dance for a few months and then I'll come back. So forget it. It's great. What does this say? Sometimes I think sewing point shoes is all about minding the gap. Yeah, good one, Bridget. I want to be like, good one, Bridge. You may not like being called that. Maybe we won't do that. But yeah. Anyways. Okay, so I'm starting with this. I've got a nice hank of elastic. So you can see here, I'm not going to go too far down into the shoe. For me, I don't need to do that. I'm going to go about that far. Okay. And I could burn the ends, I guess. They don't, with me, with this particular elastic, I don't really need to do that much. I could just, there you go. It just kind of seals the elastic there. So that's nice. And then, wait, why am I starting to do that when I need to make sure I use dental floss, and I have a this has just been sitting like this for several months, so I love this. Pre-knotted needle. Yay, that makes any sense. And then I should also probably melt down the other side. Let's do that. Even though I'm going to trim it. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's start sewing. Boop-a-doop, boop. I know I should darn them too. Darning helps. Darning helps me with balance. Oh, that's the other thing, you guys. I am finally ready to call an excellent surgeon here in LA who has done bunion surgery on a friend of mine, and she was back in Pointe shoes within a few months after her surgery. So I'm gonna use him, but I can't just go and get the surgery. It's like 20 grand to do it. I ain't got that money right now, y'all. But I am going to go in for the initial consultation to find out, okay, how bad are my feet? What is this going to entail? Maybe I can at least get an MRI to figure out if I have more stress fractures. It feels like I had more stress fractures this time in my right foot during that time when I was doing all that dancing at Lauritzen. So that's concerning, but it's got to get looked at, and I want to share that whole process with you guys, because honestly, it's scary. It is for me. I'm willing to admit it. I've never had surgery. So whatever. And I was raised in that religion where you don't really go to doctors. I do not practice that religion anymore. I think I have lots of negative things to say about that religion that I won't share right now, but suffice it to say, I love getting things taken care of, and using the wonderful talents and skills of doctors and medicine whenever possible. But it's still scary. But I do want to share with you guys the whole experience and process. Now, as far as here's the thing. I'm going to admit this. Despite everything I said earlier about not wanting to audition for LA Ballet, my ego still wants me to do it just to say I did it. And I'm like, great. So you want to go and what? You'll have to lie about your age and probably your name in case anyone realizes you're that chick who said those negative things about their company. That's great. B, they don't want anyone over the age of 21 apparently. That's nice. And 21, I ain't. So I don't know. But part of me wants to go at least to experience it and just to see how far I get and to see what it's like so that again I can bring back all this information to you guys. Because I don't have anything really to lose at this point other than yeah, a bruised ego, quite frankly. But I still have this secret wish to do a national tour and go on all the auditions I can and just tell you guys, okay, when I auditioned for this company, this is what it was like. When I auditioned for that company, that's what it was like. I think it'd be so much fun and money. So yeah, but it's something I want to do. I think it'd be great. And one of the things I did during my sabbatical, I went on a rant, you guys. I went on a tirade about the whole companies charging dancers to audition. I need to do a video about that. It's illegal in California for ballet companies, dance companies to charge artists to audition. I spoke with the people in the labor board of California. They pointed me to the law that states it is illegal. And I'm like, okay, so then what do you do next? Well, you basically have to hire a lawyer and go after them. I'm not doing that. I could get a class action suit together, but the only way I can do that is if I've actually auditioned for the company, paid them the money. Then I am a person of interest. I have, skin in the game. I have been hurt by this action, and therefore I could actually bring a lawsuit to them. But I haven't auditioned for them, so no. So then I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? Just use my YouTube channel as a bully pulpit? To what end? Here's the thing. No matter how much I fight it, who cares? The ballet world is so small. Anyone who does care about this are usually the people who so desperately want a job in one of these companies that pay next to nothing sorry, I'm getting mad, that they'll keep their mouth shut. That's been a big theme I've been noticing lately. It's been going on forever. I'm the person who will speak her mind and ask questions and question authority and say that's not fair. And it's interesting. Other people they'll say the same thing, behind closed doors or when they feel like they're safe. But the minute you call on them to say, yeah, stand with me. Don't you agree this is illegal? Like we talked about earlier, and they'll go, they don't want to cause waves. They want to protect whatever it is they're protecting. Who knows, their reputation, their job, their whatever. And they're scared. I'm scared too, but somebody has to stand up for this stuff. Are you all loving this Pointe party yet? Or what? But yeah, that's been a big issue for me. So anyways, I went so far as like, I was looking at other companies. So with Kansas City Ballet, which I feel bad because I love Devin Carney. I mean, he was like one of my mentors at Boston Ballet Summer Dance Camp. And I think he's a great guy. But when I saw that they were charging money, they charge money to review your videotape for an audition. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So I wrote the Attorney General in Missouri, and I'm like, this is illegal, isn't it? And they're like, they wrote back and they attached this letter from Kansas City Ballet's legal department basically saying, and I'll put this in a video for you guys so you can see it. It's like, we've been a staple in the community for over 60 years. I'm like, irrelevant. And then they went on to basically say there's no law that says that they can't charge money to audition dancers. Ridiculous. Anyways, I posted about it on Facebook. Jill Barr, another woman who I adore, and I think she's the director of Charleston Ballet. I just donated to her fundraiser for the Nutcracker they're doing. She's amazing, amazing woman. She didn't like that I was saying this stuff. She thought, I think that it should be okay because, of all the good that they're doing for the dancers and students. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, but this isn't about the students. This is about professional dancers going out, seeking employment. And if you're seeking employment, you don't pay money to seek employment. That's like an actor paying to audition for a role. That is super illegal out here. Same thing should apply to dancers, especially with how expensive it is just for us to get to that point, just to stay in shape while you're trying to find a freaking job. It's ridiculous. So anyways, this is another thing I'd love to fight the good fight. And then I'm like, yeah, with what money and what army and what time and who's going to care? So I find it frustrating, but anyways, yes, recycle on Wednesdays. It is exploitative. And then the sad thing is the ballet companies, especially in America, will say, well, we're so cash poor and money poor and we need money and no one's paying for the arts. And so it's like, oh, so you want to feel good, like, oh, I'm donating to this company. But no, that's irrelevant also. That is beside the point. You should not charge artists to seek employment. Anyways, I could go on about this all day. So back to the point shoe sewing. I've sewn the one side, so you can see on the outside of that seam. Now I'm going to take the elastic and bring it around. I'm going to I'm going to bring this down a bit so y'all can see. I'm going to bring it around to the other side. And you know what? It's actually a perfect length just as it is. It's almost too short, but so, because I don't want it to pull so tight that it's making my skin kind of bundle, if that makes any sense. But I do want it tight enough to keep the dang shoe on. So, which I know the in thing right now is for dancers to cut their tights around the ankle and then this, so your ankle sticks. I still like the tried and true, put a little rosin on your tights. And that way you have a clean line where the tights are intact and you don't have that gross chunk of bare skin. I don't know. I think it's tacky. But that's me. I'm old school. Nah, nah, nah. So I've got my dental floss retied. Yeah, I'm excited about the next videos I'm going to make for this channel and for getting back involved with you guys. And I'm realizing it's like whatever I can do to help you all, and if anything, just share these experiences and have fun doing it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, everybody's talking about monetization and selling stuff. And it's like, yeah, I have some merch I want to sell. There's some really cool like designs I've done. So I want to put that stuff up, but I don't know. I'm going to try and find a balance. I think I was talking about it with my husband. Authenticity is key, right? And when I'm watching a YouTube channel and like every 5 seconds, it's sponsored by this. Oh, you guys need to click on this for the secret link to get 20% off of this other thing and make your own Wix website. Oh, and by the way, I'm just like, just give me the content. I don't want to hear all this nonsense because now I just feel like it's all about the money. And yeah, I don't know. It's annoying. So yeah. I love all of these awesome comments. So what else has been going on? Oh my God. There's a dancer that I've danced with for several years. And it turns out, I had no idea, but this chick, she's 48. You guys, 48 years old, and she did Sugar Plum last year as a guest dancer. How freaking amazing is that? Incredible. Not in a company, but just amazing. And I'm just like so inspired. I've got to get her on here to interview because I'm really fascinated by the dancers that keep dancing because they love it, because they have to be. And it's interesting if there's all that mixed bag of feelings, you know, and then there's that fear of like, well, if you stayed too long, do you look like an idiot because you're still doing it and you're not, 17 anymore? But then on the other hand, one of the great things about getting older is you stop giving a what about what anyone thinks. And yes, everybody keeps saying, oh, are you teaching? No, I don't like to teach. I like to teach old people and adults because with them, I feel like they are really there because they want to be there. They know why they want to be there. And also, especially with like older people, like senior citizens, which I'm really trying to find volunteer opportunities to help them. I feel like, especially in America, seniors get tossed to the side like garbage. It's all about the youth. And yes, I felt this way when I was a kid. I preferred older people to younger people just because, what does it mean? Like when you get older, suddenly you're just worthless. Like, come on, there's still life to live and all this. So I'd love to help them more. You know what I mean? That's sort of one of my goals. So ramble. Now I am repurposing some older ribbons. I do notice that for me, if I put a longer ribbon on the outside and a shorter ribbon on the inside, they end up tying together quite nicely on the inside of my ankle, which is where I like to tie my shoes. Everyone has a different place they like their knot to go, but I like my knot there. So I'm gonna get, let's see, where are my 2 long ribbons? Because I don't have enough long ribbons. So I got 2 long. Let's do that long one, and that one's really short. Let's see if there's one that's a big difference. Is there anything a little longer? He's kind of dirty. How do we feel about him? Are they the same? That one's a little longer, and what do we got here? That one's really long. Okay, so we'll use those two. Okay, so I will go with you and you for the left foot and you and you for the right foot. Great. So, and then I got to make sure I'm doing this right. Is that right? It's the longer one goes on the. No, the longer one goes on the inside and the short. That's right. Is that right? Bear with me while Georgia figures it out. Like a dork. Dork stork. That's the shorter. Maybe it won't matter. Wouldn't that be even funnier? Okay, you know what? F it. Let's just start sewing. Because also, I'm on a time crunch here. I'm only going to be on here for another like 30 minutes because I got to get up at 5 a.m. to work out before I go and work an awesome day job I found that's making mad money that's going to enable me to then continue to put out these videos and try new point shoes. And I have to tell you guys all about, oh my gosh, all kinds of crazy stuff has been happening. I've been auditioning like for shows like NCIS, which has been awesome. Crazy roles too, like you guys wouldn't believe. It's hilarious. And what is this? Teach me. Oh, Bridget, you are 56. You shut the front door. Shut the front door. Are you serious? And by the way, I'm seeing it's Bridget, and I'm calling you Bridget like a num num. Bad Georgia. Bridget. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. We have someone here, guys. Hope you don't mind. I'm telling everybody, but I'm telling everybody. She's 56 and she's amazing. She's awesome ballet dancer. So yeah, of course I would love to teach you. Are you kidding me? Heck yeah. That would be awesome. That would be just awesome. All right, you know what? Sometimes I like to double my thread. I'm not going to double it for the ribbons. I'm going to keep it single like this. And let's just get this on here. Let's just get the ribbon on the shoe. So again, this is the inside of the shoe. I'm going to put the ribbon. I do like to fold over the edge. And yes, you can burn it down or whatever, make it so it won't fray. So I've got it folded like that. And then I'm going to put it just here on the shoe. So it's closer towards the heel on the side of the seam. If you're getting my drift here, y'all. Sometimes we're almost right on the seam. This might be a little high, but too bad. We're doing it. It's actually, oh, it's Bagita. Bagita. Ooh. Okay. Can we all say Bagita together? Bagita. I like it. Having grown up with a best friend who had a name that people got wrong all the time, and I was constantly defending her, I do take great interest in the correct pronunciation of people's names. So, yeah, thank you for letting me know. Did I say it right that time, I hope? Bagita? I hope so. Yay, I got some hearts. That's good. So I would love to hear from people other ideas for what you would like to see on this channel. Would you like to see more about dealing with perfectionism and anxiety and ADD and all those kinds of things, which I have dealt with and am still dealing with? Would you like to see more tips and tricks, technique work? As you recall, I will not be doing lots of crazy contortionist nonsense. I can give you recommendations on where to go for that kind of stuff. And by the way, you have to be careful with the contortionist stuff because, yeah, you've got those select few with the right body types that they tend to make it into their 30s, maybe 40s without major injury. But the majority of dancers who do a bunch of that overstretching end up having both hips replaced in their early 20s, as I have seen some of my friends go through. So be careful with that stuff. I know it's impressive. I get the desire to want to do it, but please be smart about that stuff. We can talk about that. Would you like to see more videos on the history of ballet? I have an interest in creating, like, the 5-minute cheat sheet for Les Solfèges, or for those people who have to go to a ballet and are bored off their butts, here's some fun facts, like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I think that'd be fun. I really want to do a series of videos on the ABCs of ballet, then do like different ballet words and sort of their definitions and make some funny word associations. Just stuff like that. But I would love to hear more about what you all would like to see. Yes to all the mental health stuff. Oh, yeah. I agree, Emily. You know, I think I wish that that would be something that they would include more in all the dance studios. I get that there's just not enough time in the day, it seems like, but it does fascinate me that apparently ballet does attract a lot of people who struggle with anxiety and perfectionism. And it's like you think that you're going there to sort of like solve those problems, but sometimes I get the feeling like ballet can actually exacerbate them. It just depends upon your perspective. I'm reading a fascinating book right now called is it Stress Management? No, wait, The Upside of Stress? Might be The Upside of Stress. Hold on. I'm looking for it. So I give you guys the right name. It is called Hey. Available for sale on Zazzle.com. I know. Oh. Yes, it's called The Upside of Stress by Kelly McGonigal, PhD. Why stress is good for you and how to get good at it. It's great, you guys. It's the first time I've seen someone where they're saying, look, it's in your perspective and how you're dealing with the stress that makes a difference. Fascinating read. Unfortunately, I just came up on this one chapter where all she's talking about is how they did all these tests on rats to figure this out, and it was I love animals so much. I started bawling. I was listening to it on Audible, and I started crying in the car, and I was like, so I kept skipping ahead till I was like, get past the rat testing part. It was just terrible. But yeah, I think I'm interested to see where the book's going to go, and I'd love to tell you guys about it. I'm on Goodreads, by the way. If y'all are on Goodreads, find me on there. So I finished sewing. As you can see, I made a little square. I like to go in and out at the top. I don't know if you all can see this. At the top, I go in and out completely through all of it, the whole thing. But then as I go around the bottom, I like to just grab some of the fabric, but I'm not going all the way through the shoe. Now, that doesn't really matter. For me, honestly, why I do that is just it's a time saver because I have to go push all the way in, push all the way back. That many times takes forever, but to just kind of go through and grab some of the fabric, it's faster for me. That's why I do that. Yes, aesthetically it's pretty, but who cares? You can't see that from the audience. I'm sure George Balanchine would have something to say about that. I don't really know much about the guy. I was always more of a Vaganova girl myself, although I got to tell you guys, while I could not stand the whole Balanchine technique BS, which I think is BS, I think he has a beautiful style and I love choreography, but to train only in the Balanchine technique, or really any technique, yes, including Vaganova, even though I love Vaganova, I don't know. I take issue with all of them for different reasons. And I'm sure there are people out there who are like, and you're wrong and you suck. And what kind of a quote unquote badass are you? Because you don't know. I don't know. Every technique I have studied, and now I've also studied the Margot Fontaine Academy technique, which is actually coming out of Chiquetti. God, why can't I remember right now? Very, very sleepy, by the way. Which had very good points and then also some negative points for me, in my opinion. And then I just most recently was training with Diane Lauritzen. She has a fantastic approach to like the kinesthetics of ballet. But still, like it's interesting. I mean, a lot of people commented who I talked to in the dance one. They all said, "Oh, but all of her dancers have such thick thighs." And yeah, her point was always yes, but these are healthier dancers. And the fact is, the majority of these dancers probably won't become professionals anyway. But at least they'll leave the studio healthy and not emaciated or really messed up. But still, there's other things that I didn't always agree with, and that's something interesting. In the ballet world, I feel like a lot of times you're taught to always, you don't question authority, you don't question anything, and you just do what you're told. And it's like, no, it's good to question all of it, and you have to be polite about it. And I was not always polite. I will admit that. I had my own issues to deal with. Other videos for other days. But you get to that point where you realize you have to really kind of make your own way and take what you like, leave the rest. How did Fosse get started? Because he didn't have good turnout and created his own technique. How did Balanchine get started? He made his own ballets and went on to just become this brilliant choreographer. And then everyone loved it so much, and his own technique. He has his own. I'm probably sound like an idiot right now because I don't have the full intelligent history of all these people in my head at the moment. But I would like to make videos about them and learn more. So yeah. Anyways, let's get this other ribbon done. Dun dun dun. I think also this Halloween I might be riffraff, which would be awesome because my husband will be Dr. Frankenfurter. That would be awesome. I'm hoping that works out. Magic. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oop. Safe versus dangerous dancing technique topics for sure. Mini history on ballet would be awesome. Thank you, Bagita. What was I gonna say? Oh, remember that video I did about the Jennifer Lawrence film where she was a ballet dancer? Dude, I was taking Dance Magazine to task because I felt like their article in Dance Magazine was focused more on the movie star and less on, the actual aspects of the ballet portion. And I think they were trying to focus more on Froman, the choreographer, but it didn't come off that way to me. So, I made my video about it and I linked Froman to it. What was his name? Justin Froman? John Froman? I forget. The choreographer who was a dancer with New York City Ballet. He sent me 2 of the angriest comments on Instagram. He was like, "Who do you think you are?" Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I really hit a nerve with him. I just was like, that's not what I was saying, man. Just saying I wish Dance Magazine would be more in depth. And you know what's great? They came out with an interview with Isabella and some other article. They came up with 2 more articles to get more in depth about the ballet portion of it. So I was very happy. I still have not seen the film, nor do I plan on seeing it. I know you're like, well, how can you comment on a film that you haven't seen? You're right. I probably should see it. I did watch the outtake of just the dancing clip. And here's the thing. I'm just not a big fan in general. So whatever. Okay, I'm putting the shoe on. Let's see how it looks. So right now, meh, not too exciting. I'm gonna tighten the drawstring, which again, I don't like how it pulls on the Achilles, but what I can do, I can tighten it up here, and then if I have to, I can always trim it in back and then just deal with the consequences. Sometimes the way you sew it, you can make it so that if you sew through the drawstring, then it'll stay tight in front, and then it's wrapped. Oh, look, they're like super long. So, oh, yay, I did it right. Yay! I'm gonna tie them, which means actually I can trim these puppies down. They are way too long for my taste at this point. See, I like them about here. If they're too short, then I have to if I have to tie them in a rush, it's a pain in the butt. And I am gonna finish them off here. There we go. Let it cool off. Don't immediately tuck them in because then they burn your skin. And the melty part kind of sticks to your skin, and that sucks. There we go. So I tucked them in. I should go ahead and cut those off. Drawstrings. Let's get the shoe up so you all can see what it looks like. Let's scoot this down here. So there's the shoe. And I'll point it, although I haven't broken it in yet, so it's kind of funky at this point. Plus, my feet are so out of shape. But by the way, when you take time off from ballet, it is incredible to see how quickly, for me, I fall out of shape. With my body type, I mean, it falls out like that. I've lost all kinds of muscle tone. I've picked up all kinds of cellulite. It's so not funny. And, I know that I am still thin. I get that. But there's a difference between being thin and being in shape. Okay, so I like how it's got that pulled up there. That's really nice. Let's see on the other side. See, it's all smooth around here. Not bad. And it feels good. It's a comfortable fit, so that's happiness for me. Love it. Okay, and I do still want to darn that, but I don't think I'm going to get the darning done tonight. Sorry, guys, but I will go ahead and sew up the other shoe. That'll be good. Okay. That feels pretty ding dang dong good. Yeah. All right. So one shoe down. Oh, look at those bunions. Yes. So awful. Again, all those weird bunion people out there who keep saying, we love them. I'm like, okay, you guys are gross, but whatever. Sorry. I just don't, I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. So right foot. Here we are. Let's get it done. Let's see. We've got this guy. I think I have enough here. Do I? No. Let's get another piece of floss. Look at that shininess. Shiny. Muscles start to atrophy only after 2 days of disuse. Oh my God, Bagheera, are you serious? Well, that makes me feel a little better. I've been hiking, I've been stretching, I've been doing little bits of workout here and there, but it's nothing compared. You guys, here's where it gets really messed up. When I was at the height of my physical, whatever, in shapiness, just a year and a half back, I look back at I mean, I don't know about my journal entries, but I remember when my husband reminds me at the time, I thought I was quote unquote fat. I thought I still looked awful. And I look back now compared to what I look like. I looked incredible to me. It was amazing. Will it ever be Wendy Wellen? No. And that's the whole problem. It'll never be Wendy Wellen. I'm not Wendy Wellen. It doesn't matter how much weight I lose or how hard I work. It will never be her. It's got to be me. And finding that way to embrace your own body with all of its good parts and bad parts. That's a challenge. And how do you do that in an art form where you're constantly trying to improve? It's good to, always want to improve and fight for more. But there has to come a time where you just stop and go, wow, good job today. I really love how you look. I really love how I feel, telling yourself these things. And that is a new perspective. So actually, I had a talk with myself the other day. I've never liked my legs, and I've always been terrified I would end up with my mother's legs. And even as a kid, I don't know, I don't have that indent right above the knee that so many beautiful ballerinas have that make you look extra thin and long and pretty. I have like this big pudge right here. It goes pudge. No matter how skinny I get, the pudge is still there. And there might look, I mean, you can see right now just how not in shape my body is, but whatever. The point is, I realize I've spent years, for my whole life, hating my legs, even before they started looking like my mother's legs. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to love my legs. I'm going to love my legs just as they are, complete with all of the things that in the past I've hated. Because the fact is, I have legs. A lot of people out there who don't have legs. A lot of people out there whose legs are way worse off than mine. And I'm just tired of hating them. It's just not working for me anymore. So decided to love them. I know. Still have my moments. And then I remind myself, it's like every time I think something badly about myself, and I'm not talking about self-awareness or wanting to be a better person, but it's that thing like, you're taking an invisible hammer and just bludgeoning yourself on the head. And the fact is, mental and emotional and verbal abuse, they're almost worse than the physical because you can't see the scars they leave. You don't see the bruising, but you feel it. So I'm determined to continue to love myself a lot more, and that goes against everything I was raised to believe. But yeah, what does this say? Recycle on Wednesday says, I take forever to build strength and I lose it in half a second. It's part of having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Oh my gosh, you have Ehlers-Danlos? My ex-boyfriend and his mom had Ehlers-Danlos. I've never heard of it before. And when he told me about it, if I'm not mistaken, because I mean, this has been years since I've been with him, but um, it's like your muscles, you stretch them out and they don't pop back. Like they eventually, if you stretch them too far, they stay stretched and your body starts to kind of fall apart. Is that true? Major points to you for everything you're doing to move forward in life, in your dancing, in what you are doing. You get a big hug of support from me mentally. Yeah. And I would love to hear, I cannot imagine what it must be like to have to work around, work through, work with that disease. For any of you out there who don't know, Ehlers-Danlos is spelled EHLERS space DANLOS syndrome. Um, the more you know, take a look, be aware. Again, working out and stretching and everything, it's so important to do it mindfully. There's there are so many great uh, YouTube channels out there of people who are doing it the right way. I know those little 14-year-olds are cute with their whole like look at me and like stretching behind their face and all that. They are not professional physiotherapy stretching people. I'm not a certified stretcher. I mean, and you see, I hope you see in my videos, I'm like, please be careful. This is what I'm doing, but this doesn't mean it'll necessarily work for you. Please check with your doctor. Please check. It's just you gotta do what's right for your body. And that's another reason why I really hesitate to make any more videos at all about stretching because I just feel like it's so easy to be misguided about that stuff. Anyways, so yeah. But I think I've almost got this elastic done. This is good. So again, down and dirty sewing here. I mean, not really that down and dirty. I still feel like I'm taking my time with it. I'm sure if you all watch Joy Womack's videos, from what I remember, I used to watch them. My gosh, she has a whole ritual for how she sews up her Pointe shoes. And I've seen her in person dance. I mean, she's just a beautiful specimen. Beautiful technique. And a really, at least from what I knew of her, really nice girl. She was really nice to me. So yeah. But me not doing all that right now. I do hope, my hope is that by getting the surgery, I might actually have better balance on my feet. I really hope, but I am still, part of me is still terrified that if I get bunion surgery, somehow I'll never be able to dance on Pointe again because something will go wrong or something will happen or, so it's a fear. But on the other hand, if I don't get the surgery, I know what my grandmother's feet looked like before she died. If you think these bunions are bad, hers were like 10 times worse. I know more calluses from the hiking that I did. I did a 12-mile hike, you guys. 12 miles. Yeah. I am a scout leader, an assistant scoutmaster for my stepson's scout troop. And I love it. When I was a little girl, I always wanted to be in Boy Scouts. I couldn't stand Girl Scouts. Now, I am not dissing on the Girl Scouts in general. I think that if you are the kind of person who likes the activities that they do, you should do it. More power to you. It's awesome. It just wasn't the right group for me. Quite frankly, I think it's awesome the Boy Scouts are going to let in girls. I think Girl Scouts should let in boys. I think everybody should be a part of whatever group they freaking want to be a part of, Just depends on what you like to do and who you like to hang out with and all that stuff, So anyways, but yeah, I am really involved and I'm getting trained for backpack leading. I love the outdoors, love camping, love hiking, all of that stuff. So yeah, pretty excited to do more of that. Anyways, Ashton Bauer. Hi, Ashton. You have EDS too? Oh my gosh. Okay, so recycle on Wednesdays. FYI, we have a person on here named Ashton Bauer who has EDS as well. And as a result, I have SI joint dysfunction and it kills me more in modern dance than ballet. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Now you're saying SI joint dysfunction. I'm sure I'm supposed to know what that means. And right now I feel like a complete dum-dum for not being able to know what SI joint dysfunction means. Do you all know what that means? It definitely means something bad. I'll say that. Ashton, what are you doing to to help it? Like, what are your tips? What are are there things that you're doing? And is this a topic that we need to discuss / research further? Is this something you'd like me to look into for a video? I mean, whatever. If you just want to talk about it, I would love to know what your thoughts are on it, both of you, Ashton and Recycle on Wednesday. And anyone else here, please share your thoughts of what if you know anything about this, because that's what this community is all about, is talking. Because ballet, there's not a lot of talking, and I am tired of it. I think we all need to open our mouths, open our minds, speak, and be heard, you know? And I have now gotten to the end of my sewing rainbow, and I still have a little section left that's not sewn, but you know what? I've sewn so much, I think I can get away with it. I'm going to do a trick where I cut. Okay, I'll show you guys. If you're desperate, you don't have enough room to use the needle to tie it, you cut it right close to the needle. And then if you've doubled it like I have, you can separate the two pieces and tie them in a knot. So it's just old school. And then you could also, if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of nail polish on top of it to kind of seal the knot. That way it won't come loose, especially since I've used waxed dental floss. Let's see. Here's someone. Oh, Bagita says my daughter had a bunionectomy at age 17, so IM me for info. It was fabulous for her. She has no restriction, can run, dance, anything. I will, Bagita. I will definitely IM you. For you EDS people, if you're not talking on here, I hope the two of you will get in touch with each other in a private forum or with me, whatever, and talk about it more, because I think it would be great to have a support group for that. Okay, so I am going to use just a little bit. I got some nail polish. Clear is better, but sometimes you just use what you got. And this is a nice neutral tone. Or I can just use wild purple. And I'm just going to lay just a little bit of it on top of that knot I just made to kind of seal it, since I didn't quite have enough to finish this off. All right, so elastic is on. Boop. Same thing. You'll see I sewed it on either side of the seam back here on the shoe, and I purposefully did not sew through the drawstring. Sometimes you'll notice if you're not careful, you can just sew right through it and then it won't tighten effectively. So be mindful of that. Make sure if you do it, it's because you wanted to do it. Okay, let me remind myself on this shoe. Okay, I put the longer piece on the inside. So longer piece on the inside, and let's get this piece of I'm not going to use that. It's pretty much dead. Screen it. Screen again. Let me do it here. Yeah, I know. Really bad Butters / Cartman. Was that Cartman or Butters? It was Cartman that turned into Butters, so not good. Too bad. I love cartoons. I hate so much. And I try and do impressions, and they're not always good. In fact, they're probably never good. But, like, I'm trying to think. Now, of course, I'm on the spot. You know who else likes to do things like that? Oh, that's terrible. That was like, what was that? Grover? You know who else likes to make fun of things? My mom. That was horrible. See, now I'm on the spot and I'm nervous, you guys. Too bad. When I'm not on the spot and not nervous, I do actually do a decent Muscle Man from regular show. And I also do a pretty decent Ralph from the Muppets. But it's right now sucking you know what. So there. But too bad, because I'm sewing shoes. Here. There go my hopes and dreams of a voiceover career. No, honestly, I think if I really worked at it, I could get better. So I'll have to work on it and get back to you guys. The one thing I am doing actually a ton lately is guitar. Oh my God, you guys, I love instruments. I grew up learning oboe and piano because, being raised in a basically cultish, super uber tough Christian religion, plus being a hardcore ballet dancer, you should also pick the toughest, most weird instrument, the oboe, to learn. Because who doesn't like a challenge? Yeah. But anyways, I've picked up the guitar and the bass guitar, and I'm learning on Rocksmith, and it is so much freaking fun, you guys. I love it. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. So awesome. Yeah. Anyways. You thought those were good impressions. Ha ha ha. Whatever. Recycle on Wednesdays. Whatever. Whatever. I do what I want. Yeah. So yeah, as far as cartoons I like to watch, right now, honestly, I will admit it. I am rewatching Gravity Falls. I grew up watching Looney Tunes. Loved that the best, of course. I do love Rick and Morty. It's super dark, and yes, it is an adult cartoon. I know. I do enjoy Family Guy, but it gets old fast. But it's just sometimes I just love that dark humor. South Park, amazing. But I really watch a lot of yeah, regular show, Gumball, some Adventure Time, and Bob's Burgers, and what else? Oh, some Futurama. But yeah, it's just it's so easy to kind of turn off your brain and just enjoy the silliness of the cartoons, plus all the stuff they can get away with saying and doing. So I like it. Yep. But I am really loving right now watching Castle Rock because anything Stephen King. To get to be in a Stephen King story would be just the living end. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, that would be incredible. So Castle Rock, super scary, but like so good. And yeah, I read a lot of Stephen King. Love his stuff. Love Ray Bradbury. If you don't know who Ray Bradbury is, find out. Amazing. Okay, good. One ribbon done. One more ribbon and we're done, you guys. And that's good because, oh, it's 10 p.m. I'm supposed to be done soon because I got to go to sleepy sleep. I don't want to deal with that. Okay. More. Okay, so I'm trying to see, is there anything else I wanted to let you guys know? I told you why I left social media. I needed a break. I told you like a break from dancing, a break from social media, a break from the whole scene, especially the whole like talking about yourself all the time. That gets old. Yes, I'm as I'm sitting here talking about myself. I'm just the whole like look at me, look at me, look at me thing. And I know you're like, but you're an actor, Georgia. You're a dancer. What the hell's wrong with you? It's changed. You know, it's like I love telling the stories. I love playing characters that are not me because I get to disappear or even better, I get to let out sides of me that normally I can't really show, you know, but it's the character, that kind of thing. It's great. And exploration of story and all that stuff. But I just want to find a way to do this that is authentic, that I get to share this journey with you guys. I get to hear about what you all are doing and what you all want. And it's not just I don't know. I'm not a Kardashian fan, okay, people? I'm just not that kind of person. So if you're getting my drift, whatevs. Anything else? What will the channel be now? I told you guys about that. Different things I want to do. My goals. I definitely want to keep dancing. I'm doing it for me now, not for my mom or my dad or my ballet teachers or anyone else. It's just for me and to give back to all of you and the dance community somehow. We'll see. What else? I already asked you what you want from this channel. I got some feedback on that. I would still love to hear more feedback. Hint, hint. But yeah. And in the meantime, we're getting a nice pair of pointe shoes sewn up here. It's like I said, Nutcracker season, so getting back in shape, getting ready for it. Bring me your Nutcracker questions, please. For all of you out there who are going to Nutcracker auditions and getting cast or not getting cast, please don't take it personally. Take it personally if you want. See how that helps you. It's, of course, you're going to be disappointed if you don't get the role you want. Whatever role you do get, make the most of it. If you didn't get the role you want, understudy it. Ask them if you can understudy it in the room, which is great. If you can stand in back, be polite, be considerate. Don't be pushing into the actual dancer's space, okay? Because that's rude. But work on it. If they won't let you do it in the room, ask politely if you can watch. And then practice it on your own in another room. If they won't let you do that, see if you can get a videotape of the part that you want to learn and practice it on your own time. Whatever you have to do, there's nothing stopping you from learning the role you want to learn. Just start working on it. And you never know. And I don't mean to wish this ill will on anyone, but you never know when someone might get injured and then you're there ready to go to step in and do it. But please don't, again, be mindful of the fact that that's not the goal here. Man, ballet, if there was a way to change some of the icky sides of the ballet world, I guess that's true of any world. You want to always try and make them better. But I wish there was more of a sense of camaraderie, you know? It's tough. I think that I would like to find a way to help change that. That would be really good. So yeah. All right, we're almost done with this ribbon. So I should probably be showing you guys. How would I? So here we go. I'm pulling through. I'm get out of my way, ribbon thingy. There we go. Taking the needle, just scooping a little bit of that canvas and the ribbon, pushing through. Boom, and scoop. Boom, and scoop. All right. Oh, no, don't pull out of the needle. There we go. Okay, like a few stitches away. Oh my gosh. Almost done. Okay. You guys have all been so awesome for being here with me tonight. I love you for it. I hope anyone who comes and watches this video later, you get a few tips and tricks. Any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comment box below. I want to hear what you want from this channel. Requests, I'm taking them, and I will be fulfilling them as best and as quickly as I can. But about one video a week. I want to do it right, want to do it well. Here's the second shoe done. Okay. Yes, I am on Instagram-ish. I'll be getting a little bit back on there. Facebook, I do have a presence there, but I don't like to spend too much time on there because most of the stuff on there posted these days is just ugh. No, I don't do Snapchat. No, I tried Musically. You're just on your phone the whole time. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of being on my phone all the time. I want to be out in the world, living my life and doing stuff. So that's where I'm at. Yeah. So, and if you need coaching, if you need private coaching, I am offering that. I am me for details. I'm considering actually doing Skyping coaching. We'll see. But again, I'm willing to come and do master classes and would actually love doing that. But as far as just being a regular teacher, and anything under the age of 12, even I'd really prefer it to be older than that because it's just not my passion. There's so many people out there who are passionate about the babies and little kids and little girls in tutus and all that. And they're the people who should be teaching because they love it and they want to do it. I'm not passionate about that particular age range, so I'm not gonna. And I think that's true about even having kids, you know? I am passionate about being a stepmom. I have no desire to make babies of my own. I am very happy to be able to contribute in the role that I'm in. So know thyself. It's important. I'm going to trim these down. Do I want it? Yeah, I'll use this scissors. Yeah, I like that there. That works. A little longer, but that's all right. And we will, where did my lighter go? Lighter to finish the ends. Don't let the lighter burn your own finger because that hurts. If you hold the lighter on too long, it does start to burn. And it really hurts. Katie Fulton. Freed. Sorry, I'm super late to the party. Can I ask about which maker you have? Yes, this is the Bell maker, Katie. Katie. God, sorry. I know. So tired. It's so good to see you and your awesome, beautiful feet on here and your beautiful face and your beautiful self and spirit. These were actually given to me by someone else. I'll just take point shoes from anywhere. If they fit my foot, I'm like, because I also want to try them out. And that's one of my goals over the course of my next several video iterations is to start just purchasing all different brands of point shoes in my size and trying them out and then coming back to you guys and saying what I like, don't like, etc. about them because I think it'd be interesting. Okay, the right foot, it's a little bit tighter on the Achilles. And as you can see, I tied these ribbons too tight. Now, as they warm up and get sweaty, it's funny, they loosen. And remember, honestly, I love the elasticized ribbons much better now, but I didn't have any on me tonight, so I went ahead and just used what I had. This elastic is just a touch tight, and it's rubbing a little bit on the inside of my foot. I think I have a little bit of a problem there. I might need to, there's a knot there that's not comfortable, so not comfortable. I might need to put a piece of tape over that knot or some moleskin, and that'll make it not rub against my heel because you do not want any rubbing. Right, guys? So let's try this again. Try and get that going. Love you too, Katie girl. Okay, hold on. Nothing but love for all of you. I really did miss you guys. Okay. I think it'd be fun to have like a get together. I don't know how we do it, but we need to do that. Okay, and then let's go up. Can I get even? Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See where it's pulling right on the arch to make that nice, pretty line. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's still, again, I don't love this gap that wouldn't be there if this was an elastic ribbon, but whatevs. Pretty dang darn good. That's a beautiful angle. But I like it. I like it. So yeah, I have not done anything to these shoes yet to break them in. I have not danced on them yet. This is just them, whatever you call that, right off the rack or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very happy with how that turned out. So there you have it, everyone. Had a Pointe shoe sewn. I do need to darn the tips to make them last longer. Maybe I'll do that at the next party. I'm thinking of doing these parties like once a month. So yeah, let me know if you think we should do them more often, but I'm thinking once a month. Yeah. And is that everything? I told you guys where to find me. I told you guys what's going on. If you don't remember or you didn't hear it, press rewind, go back, blah, blah, blah. That's right. I said press rewind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I might have existed when that was still a thing. I love you guys so much. You've been watching Ballerina Badass. My name is Georgia Reed. I love you all so very much. And remember, never give up, never stop dancing. And that can mean whatever you want it to mean. Never stop dancing in your heart, never stop dancing in your smile, but take a break whenever you need it. Because in the end, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's your life and it's your world, baby. Toy, toy, toy. Ugh, foot. Okay, press stop.